In a country that spans just over 2 square kilometers, smaller than many city parks, lies one of the most unique and fascinating sovereign states in the world. This is Monaco, a glittering jewel of the Mediterranean, nestled between the towering Alps and the azure waters of the French Riviera. To the outside world, Monaco is often seen as a luxurious escape, a place of high-stakes casinos, mega yachts, designer fashion, and the roaring engines of Formula One. It's a symbol of wealth, elegance, and exclusivity. But beneath the surface lies a much deeper story, a story of resilience, legacy, and quiet transformation. At the helm of this principality is Prince Albert II, a leader who defies the typical image of royalty in the spotlight. He is not defined by lavish ceremonies or tabloid headlines. He does not lead with spectacle or command attention with grandeur. Instead, he governs with a steady hand, a thoughtful mind, and a genuine commitment to the causes he believes in. Prince Albert is more than just a monarch. He is a scholar, an Olympian, a husband and father, and above all, a passionate environmentalist. His journey is one of quiet strength, disciplined leadership, and an unwavering dedication to Monaco's place in a rapidly changing world. This is the story of the man behind the principality. This is the story of Prince Albert II, Monaco's quiet force. Prince Albert II was born on March 14, 1958, in the Prince's Palace of Monaco. His birth was celebrated not just as the arrival of an heir, but as the union of two worlds. His father, Prince Rainier III, was the sovereign ruler, a man of vision and strength who transformed Monaco into a modern state. His mother, Grace Kelly, was Hollywood royalty, an Oscar-winning actress whose beauty and charm enchanted the world. Albert grew up in a palace overlooking the sea, yet his upbringing was far from fairy tale indulgence. Rainier and Grace were determined to give their son a solid foundation, one built on education, discipline, and service. He was educated in Monaco, then France, before attending Amherst College in Massachusetts, where he studied political science and international relations. He also trained in economics and diplomacy, knowing that one day the weight of a nation would rest on his shoulders. But even as a student, Albert remained deeply connected to Monaco, returning home frequently and involving himself in national life. He was the prince in training, always preparing, always learning. Few monarchs can claim to have competed in the Olympic Games, but Prince Albert can. From 1988 in Calgary to 2002 in Salt Lake City, he represented Monaco in 5 consecutive Winter Olympics as a member of the national bobsleigh team. It wasn't about winning medals or making headlines. It was about challenging himself, about discipline, teamwork, and national pride. In the freezing winds of Olympic competition, Albert showed the world that a prince could also be an athlete, not just in title, but in spirit. His sporting career earned him deep respect, especially among fellow Olympians. And to this day, he remains a passionate advocate for sport and its power to unite people across cultures and continents. In April 2005, Prince Rainier III passed away after more than 5 decades on the throne. He had led Monaco through war, economic hardship, and international transformation. Now it was time for Albert to take his place. The transition was solemn, but smooth. There was no crisis, no upheaval, a sign of the careful preparation both father and son had put into this moment. As Prince Albert II, he inherited a principality that was stable and wealthy, but one that faced a changing world. Monaco needed modernization, transparency, and a more visible role in the global community. Albert knew he had to walk a careful line, respecting Monaco's traditions while preparing it for the future. While many rulers focus on wealth or politics, Prince Albert II chose a different mission: the environment. In 2006, just a year into his reign, he established the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation, dedicated to protecting the planet's biodiversity, marine ecosystems, and water resources. But his commitment was not just symbolic. He personally traveled to the North Pole in 2006 and the South Pole in 2009, becoming the only sitting head of state to visit both. He met with scientists, witnessed the effects of climate change firsthand, and used his voice to amplify their message. Under his reign, Monaco has become a leader in sustainable development, from banning single-use plastics to funding oceanographic research. His principality is small, but its impact on environmental policy has been felt across the globe. Albert's love for the natural world stems from childhood, nurtured by long walks with his father and a deep respect for the sea. Today, he uses his influence not just to lead, but to protect what cannot speak for itself. For a country as small as Monaco, diplomacy is everything. Prince Albert has become a master of soft power, using relationships, cooperation, and quiet influence to position Monaco on the world stage. He's addressed the United Nations General Assembly, advocated for climate action at international conferences, and built partnerships with countries far beyond Europe. Albert has also worked to ensure Monaco complies with global financial standards, increasing transparency and defending the country's reputation. Where once Monaco was criticized as a tax haven, it is now praised for responsible governance and ethical finance reforms. This is diplomacy done differently, not through loud declarations or power plays. In 2011, Prince Albert married Charlene Wittstock, a South African Olympic swimmer. The wedding was elegant and understated, a reflection of the man himself. Their union brought a modern touch to the monarchy, blending tradition with a more global, open image. In 2014, the couple welcomed twins, Prince Jacques, the heir to the throne, and Princess Gabriella. Albert is not just a prince, he is a father, deeply involved in his children's lives and mindful of the legacy he is preparing for them. He has spoken openly about the values he hopes to instill: humility, service, and a sense of responsibility for the world around them. Today, nearly 20 years after ascending the throne, Prince Albert II stands as a different kind of leader. He has modernized his country without disrupting its soul. He has defended its sovereignty while embracing global responsibility. He has brought Monaco closer to the world, not through wealth, but through wisdom. His legacy is not written in marble monuments or extravagant palaces. It is written in coral reefs restored, polar bears protected, and children educated. It is written in a principality that remains proud, independent, and forward-thinking. In a world often distracted by noise and spectacle, there is something profoundly powerful about quiet strength. Prince Albert II has shown that leadership is not about commanding attention, it is about earning respect. He has ruled not with a scepter, but with a sense of duty, not with grandeur, but with grace. He is a prince of purpose, a steward of nature, a builder of bridges, and above all, he is a quiet force, steady, unwavering, and truly unique. This is the legacy of Prince Albert II of Monaco, Monaco's quiet force. Subscribe now for more royal insights, powerful clips, and captivating discussions every